In sports, most interviews are white noise. A few polite sound bites, a little coach speak, then we all move on. But every once in a while, someone says something that strikes a nerve and the whole fan base explodes. That's exactly what just happened with the Indiana Fever. A one-sentence team president and Fever fans lost it. It was an international story. When sections went nuclear, the backlash was so intense, the Fever's president deleted her X account. But here's the part that no one saw coming. The clip that started all of this, it's not even close to the most important thing she said. In fact, if you're a Fever fan, the real story hidden in the press conference is way worse. For Fever fans, the hype going into 2025 was off the charts. New leadership, new coach, and what many called the best free agency haul in years. The Now You Know campaign, it wasn't subtle. It told the entire WNBA, this is our league now. Oh yeah, and they had Caitlin Clark, the most talked about athlete in all of women's sports, rested, recharged, and by the looks of it, ready to take over. Expectations through the roof. This wasn't just a rebuild, it was win now, championship or bust. And they started with a bang, destroying the sky on home court. Everything looked like it was falling into place. But then, reality hit. Caitlin Clark has missed nearly half the season with injuries. DeWanna Bonner, the veteran brought in to steady the locker room, she was gone after just 9 games. And the product on the court, frustrating, doesn't even begin to cover it. Some nights, they look unstoppable, beating contenders like the Liberty, Lynx, Dream, even the Aces. Other nights, they lose to the Sparks twice. And when Caitlin is on the floor, the plan has been clear, play her off ball. Which, by the way, is the exact opposite of where she thrives, something she said herself multiple times. So let's recap. You promised a title run. You brought in vets. You hired a new coach. And halfway through the season, you're barely playing 500 basketball while taking the ball out of your stars' hands. Yeah, fans are mad. And they're not just blaming the coach. They're looking at the front office, at the GM, and at the architect behind all of it, Fever president Kelly Kraskoff. When Kelly became president of the Fever in 2024, after 6 years as assistant GM for the Pacers, there was a ton of optimism. This was the experienced leader fans had been asking for. Someone who could build around Caitlin Clark and actually get it right. But now, halfway through a shaky season, that optimism is gone. And then this clip surfaces and everything blew up. The outrage was immediate, and it all centered around one thing. Caitlin Clark isn't just a part of the Indiana Fever. She is the Indiana Fever. And honestly, fans weren't wrong. Since Caitlin entered the league, the Fever's franchise value has exploded up 273%. They're now worth $335 million, making them the third most valuable team in the WNBA. In 2023, Indiana averaged just over 4,000 fans per home game. Last season, that number jumped to over 17,000, a 318% spike, and it doesn't stop there. Last season, viewership rose by 170% on ESPN. But Caitlin's games, they didn't just contribute, they carried it. Her matchups made up 45% of the league's total broadcast value. Games moved games to NBA arenas only when Caitlin was coming to town. Merch exploded, ticket prices skyrocketed, and every single franchise in the league saw its valuation double or more. Today, the WNBA as a whole is worth $3.5 billion. So when fans say Caitlin Clark is the brand, they're not exaggerating. She's not just the centerpiece of the Fever. She's the engine of the entire league. So if Kelly Kraskoff says she's building the WNBA's version of Apple,